What's going on, guys? What is happening? Well, it's all changed, hasn't it, recently? Everything's been going on so whereas. What's going on, Kebab? Welcome, mate. Welcome to the stream. First stream of 2024, I think this is, Pretty sure it is. Yeah, the last one was before Christmas because I was saying everybody have a good evening, a good Christmas and a good New Year and all of that. What's going on, Ryan? Welcome, mate. Good evening to you, sir. Yeah, I thought I've actually got a couple of rewards to open. I say a couple of rewards. It's what, some ETH and one tier 4, so it's nothing exciting. But obviously, it was an okay game week, which I will talk through. Which I'll talk to on another screen. What's going on, ATX, mate? Welcome, mate. Welcome, and everybody else who's here. I don't know about you guys, but I've certainly been thinking about Sorare probably like a little bit too much last week or so since the roadmap come out. Obviously done a video on it, so I'm not going to really go over those thoughts because they were my thoughts. But since then, I need to start rearranging the gallery really. And I thought that I might as well just spend an hour or so with you guys and talk through it, Why not? I'm hoping that the internet stays with me as well, guys. So if it does, fingers crossed. Living life on autopilot, heads deep in Sorare thought at the moment. I know. I'm just settling down in my new job as well, and it's just like at the corner of my eye, my phone goes off or whatever, and there's a little update from Big Tom Bogert, if that's how you say his name, and I'm like, oh, I'll quickly have a look at that. What MLS action's been going on, Can everyone hear me okay? Is video in that okay? Because it looks like I'm lagging in and out, and I don't really know why on my end. But yeah, as you know, I'll do my best. I will do my best. No Sorare, no party. That is correct. So let's flip over them. Let's just get straight into this. Let me zoom out a little bit. So Sorare results. So it's not this game week. It's the game week before that. How did I get on? Well, I'll show you. Last week of Cap 240 in terms of its current format, or it might even be this game week. I'm not 100% sure. Is it a midweek game week? Yeah, because it starts on the weekend. But anyway, I'm not playing this game week. So we've got the FC20 boys who done the business for me, so to speak. Brenner has been okay, in and out a little bit in terms of high scores. Definitely not back to his best. So I'm waiting for that to happen. But Unastal is back to his best. I put a post up about this guy. He's doing very, very well recently. I think he's had 470 or 80s on the bounce, which is good. But the big news, the big news is that this fella, now people who have watched me for a long time or whatever, know that I picked up Taylor Booth, right? Touted to be the next best thing kind of thing from Bayern Munich's academy. And he's been dog shit since I bought him. But look at this, boys. He's scored 5 goals in 2 games. He don't mess about. He is flying at the moment, and I love it. Hopefully, finally coming up to that, living up to that potential. So yeah, he done some good things for me. We've got Proper coming in there with his captain's armband, and then we've got Ricky up top as well. Now I bought Ricky in for really, really cheap actually, and he's got me back-to-back thresholds along with 2 cards. So I can't complain. Cannot complain around that. So yeah, I've got a nice little tier 4 out of that and the threshold. But I also hit threshold with this. With the Cap 240 Super Rare, which I'm buzzing about. Machida is the one that actually just done the business for me. What did he get? A 90.3. I love that from him. Just back from the Asia Cup. Doing bits. Boys, is the stream running all right, by the way? Video and that. As I said, it keeps on cutting in and out for me. I don't know why. But let me know. Let me know if it's all good. Let me just change something on settings as well, actually. Yeah, all good. All right, sweet. I'll just bring quality down a little bit. As you know, I'm in my garden office, so if it all cuts out, then that's kind of why. And then we've got Kawabi. I mean, he ain't been doing great, but Baston come up with a little bit of AA in there. But the main one was Machida. Drew has done okay, even though that they lost 2-0. So I've been expecting more of him. When you actually look at him, and he's somebody that I'm open to selling. So if anybody drops into the stream who kind of wants to do a cheeky little deal and stuff with some super rares and whatnot, then yeah, I'm all ears. But since I got this guy, if this speeds up, there we go. He's not been great, but I suppose he's a fresh old goalkeeper in terms of he plays, he does a little bit, and then I'm counting on the outfield players. But anyway, that come in, no card on that. And then my all-star wasn't too bad. Obviously on the right-hand side of it, POV, Teddy Tuma and Mertens coming up with a goal as well. So it wasn't too bad. But Burgess was a surprise. Well, we didn't feature. That was a surprise. And then Anthony Morris in there as well. They was at home and they drew 2-2 against, I think that's Westerlo. Yeah. So I was expecting better things there. But no card, but some decent performances. So that was my game week. Only the 3 lineups. But we're going to go ahead and open... hold on, what's this? You've completed what? Oh, it's just the rankings things. All right. New badge unlocked. Don't really care about badges. Don't know about you boys. And then that's just that. So let's go. Where do we even get reward? Oh, up here. There we go. Claim rewards. All right. Most important. Sorare coins, obviously. So coins or Sorare coins, whatever they want to call them. 1,300 coins in there. And then we've got the threshold ETH. So that's nice. Coming in £159. Love that shit. Love that shit. And then we've got the rare one as well with another 39. So not bad, you know, nearly a £200 game week, which is decent. What about you guys? Have you got any rewards to open, or you've already opened? If so, who did you pull? I'm always interested. And then we've got a tier 4 in here. So let's just go and open this. Not expecting amazing things. So what was that? No badge. Okay. Does this guy play? What's his name? Sahi Dion. Sahi Dion? If he plays... Come on. No, he probably don't. But although, did he go to Africa Cup of Nations? No, he didn't. Pops up with a goal in that every now and again. What's he worth? 0.12, probably. That's the floor. Not going to get much for him. Not going to get much for him at all. But yeah, I'll probably pop him up and sell him. Just get him out the door. Any ETH is good ETH. No rewards for you, Kebab, for 3 weeks. Always somebody that screws it up. I know, mate. That is the thing. I went for a really dry patch over... when was it? Just before Christmas? I literally won nothing for about 2 months. It was so disheartening. But yeah, how are you all feeling about the roadmap as well? Obviously, I've done a video and I had a lot of comments on that video, so I appreciate it if you did drop a comment on that. But how are you feeling about the roadmap? How are you feeling about the changes that are upcoming? Good, negative? I know that there's obviously some people, especially in the MLS Discord, which is pretty much where I chat to people, that were very upset with things. And as I said in my video, I'm pleasantly, well, I'm happy about it, really. I mean, yeah, there's a few things that I don't potentially like, but overall, I like it. And this is where you now have to restructure pretty much everything, all right? Unless the update was so kind to you where you had to, where everything just fell into place. What's going on, Sean? Evening, just finished a survey data stream with him. Yeah, I'm going to catch up on that. So I was doing the whole bedtime routine with kids and dinner and all of that sort of stuff. So that will definitely be on in the old headphones tomorrow morning for sure. Always catch up on those shows. But welcome to the stream, mate. So yeah, it depends whether it just fell in the lap, fell in the right places for you. Or whether you have to restructure things. And I think that I have to do a little bit of restructuring, liking the fact we actually have to think about for a change currently. Yeah, I agree with that, because when I was doing the streams around Christmas time, was it after I'd done the streams? I think it was just after Christmas for a month where I've been ridiculously busy with a new job and stuff like that. I weren't really thinking about Sorare, like what to do in my gallery. I was just sort of set. I'll farm the thresholds and then I'll buy some of the pieces that I want ready for the America season. And, you know, with an update like this, you do have to actually think about strategy again. It wasn't that I was losing interest in the game. It was just, I mean, I didn't make any videos on it, but I weren't losing interest in the game. I was just, I don't know, throwing some lineups together and just getting on with it, really. Whereas I think this, now that there's some more competitions, and you have to start thinking about things a little bit more, that it has spiced things up a little bit. Joe P, welcome, mate. Game was getting stale, in my opinion. Yeah, I'd probably say stale was the right word. And then I was looking at, well, some of the videos that I do watch, and there was, you know, PSU Fans 2 was quite down on the game. You was hearing like loads of stuff on Twitter, and when big influences like that, like Nepenthes, he didn't really post any videos around Sorare, but when he did do the collection time only and stuff like that on Sorare Data, he was not negative because I think he believed in the game, but it was just a few comments where it was just like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe we're all thinking the same thing here. But this has spiced it up for sure, and I'm ready to get involved in it and to really start thinking about what the fuck I'm going to be doing with my stuff. Kyle, the new 240 cap target option is live in the lineup builder once you've built your team. Yeah, I think my last couple of results, I don't think I'm anywhere near even the second one. What is it rare? What for rare? Is it 390 points for rare? I know it's 400 for super rare, and I think with the super rares that I've got currently until the MLS kicks off, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. Kebab says half my gallery is Bundesliga and the rest is Celtic and Japan. And most of my return was from Threshold, so the roadmap screwed me a bit, but I haven't been so excited to play for a good while. Yeah, I think it's restructuring, isn't it? That's the exciting thing. You can actually spend time on it. I used to love it when, I don't know if anybody else used to play FIFA Ultimate Team, that every now and again, I would literally just sell the whole club and then just start again, or at least sell my starting 11, maybe keep like one or two pieces, and then just buy it all again, just because it was a bit stale, and then you got that new lease of life and you want to go again. But what did it do for my gallery? I think I showed this on the video that I've done, but now that Sorare Data have actually added in kind of challengers and contenders and the champions as well, it's a lot easier to show on Sorare Data. So when you apply that, you'll see that most of my cards, 27 cards here, are actually in challengers, and that's where I'm going to be focusing on. Champions, I'll show you what I've got in champions. It's not a lot really. What's that? 5 cards. And one of them that I just won. So I'm definitely not going to be playing champions. I'm going to be focusing on challengers. And what else have I got? Contenders. Contenders will be an interesting one because I've got quite a few super rares from there. 5 basically that will make a team as well, because I've got the forward, the goalkeeper, 2 defenders, and a midfielder in there as well. You see there that I've got Joe Newell up for sale. Again, I'll throw it out there. If people want to do some deals and they want some like contenders cards and they want some fair deals, and you're interested in any of these cards, I'm happy to chat. Predominantly, I'm looking at MLS, Eredivisie, or the Belgium League. But it'd be interesting to see what to do here. Now, we have got All-Star up until, when is it? The something of August. So cards like him, because this guy, by the way, I think he's one of the best defenders on the game. Let me show you his scores. Like that is really, really good scoring for a guy that probably not many people know. Now, if you play the America regions, you might know him because he was playing at Racing Club last season. But since he's been at his new club, because he's just transferred to Cruz, and they play in the Mexican League. But you look at some of his scores here, a 90 and an 87 already, and this is just from AA alone. Now, I don't know if they've had a penalty yet, but he does take penalties as well. And I think he has a little dabble every now and again at a free kick. So this guy, although the America regions are changing, I originally bought him to fit into into that game, into that game mode, into that competition. But obviously now I need to rethink that. But All-Star is still around, right, for the next 6 months. So you can play that. You can still play that. I think that there are some people out there that are obviously rushing to sell a lot of their stuff, and maybe that's a good move, because the later that you leave it, maybe there's going to be less buyers because they've already sorted out their galleries and everything. So there is a bit of a panic that's going around at the moment. But for me, I'm probably going to keep hold of this guy unless I really want to move and shift and get some of that ETH in to get an MLS defender or a new Eredivisie or something like that defender. But he can certainly do a job in All-Star. The other good thing about him, actually, just before I move on, is that the America regions and everything, it doesn't split and go into the new competitions until the end of March. So when I come on to, and I'll do this later, when I come on to building some of my lineups, I can still play him for, I think it's 8 game weeks between now and the end of March with this guy in the America lineups. And I think that I can get a couple of rewards out of him, because that's how good he is, and then sell him after that, no matter what price he is. But yeah, that's my excuse me, that's my contenders gallery. Now, if I can't sell, and now it looks like somebody's trying to sell this Drury's at a really low price there, that's fair enough. I'm still going to be playing Threshold as well, by the way, until that disappears. I'm still going to be giving that a go, and we'll look at some lineup building anyway as we go. But yeah, if I can't get some decent prices for these guys, I'm just going to hold. I'm just going to hold them, leave them in the gallery. With all these weeklies and stuff like that coming out, who knows who's going to be valuable, who's going to be usable when they actually come out. We've just got to wait and see. Ryan says, think 90% of people feel worse or screwed. There's a lot of opportunities to reorganize before the new changes. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And I think that if people were prioritizing Threshold, and me being one of them, then you are going to feel screwed, because that was your only way potentially of getting some sort of return of investment. But we have to re-strategize. We know that there's going to be price corrections and price drops and this, that, and the other. So is it a time to shift around and move things around? Then absolutely, I think so. But yeah, jumping back to challengers, we can see here that I'm okay with some of these players. I mean, I picked up Insigne today. Okay, so let's talk about that. I was going to do a video on kind of him, but you can already see that he's gone for way cheaper. So that's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? I wonder what level that guy is in terms of his XP or whatever. All right, he's a little bit lower than me, but fine. Yeah, the reason why I picked up Insigne, and again, this is all part of the reorganization, the switching, and working what I'm doing. So what I was missing in my gallery, and I think this is a really key thing, is to work out where you're missing pieces in your gallery. And who am I to give advice and everything? But it's just helped me. I'm missing a couple of like big time forwards. I'm missing another MLS midfielder. I'm missing a super rare forward. I'm missing an MLS goalkeeper. Now that sounds like a lot, but obviously what I'm going to be trying to do is playing multiple lineups in those competitions, right? So identify the pieces that you're missing, identify the pieces that you don't necessarily need, and go from there. Sounds easy, right? Leeds are currently popping off, are they, Carl? What's the score, mate? And who are they even playing? I mean, it seems like they're popping off every week, though. Bro, I've got a tier 3 Serie A card, and I don't have a phone number. I don't have a phone number to the card, so I can't collect the reward. Oh, a phone number? What, is into your account or something? Sean says, current plan is target under 23. Okay. With quality players who can play Classic next season. Trading in and out new season cards, Prem cards at the moment. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are trading in and out of Prem cards, because obviously they've kind of gone to the moon a little bit, haven't they? With the new competition that's come out. But yeah, I was missing some pieces, and Insigne, if we just go through this now, there's probably going to be a little bit of MLS chat on here today, because that's predominantly what I'm looking at. What's going on, Capital? So Rare Capital in the house. Thought I'd drop in. Nice to have you, mate. I don't have a phone number to the account, so you can't collect it. Oh shit. Try and get in touch with Sorare Help or send a ticket to them, mate. See what they can do for you. What was I saying? Yeah, the reason why I bought this guy. So let me go to player rankings. And I was looking at the MLS in particular, and I was looking at forwards, and then let's just filter by that and go. Now, I think that there's a few strategies, and I put a tweet out about this video that Nepenthes done yesterday, and it's basically the three strategies that I was talking about, I'm thinking about. One is stacking three different teams, basically. So let's talk about MLS. Stacking Sporting Kansas City, stacking a Cincinnati, and stacking a Nashville, and just running with those week in and week out and see what happens. The other one is buying all of the best players, is in the big boy players. So, I'd buy a Diego Rossi, I'd buy a Cucho, I'd buy a Messi and a Buanga maybe as my four forwards. Midfielders, Herrera, Gil, Ryan Gold, whatever. Defenders, Kai Wagner, goalkeepers, Blake, or whatever it may be, right? Just the big boys. And then the other one is to have a collection of just one club and go from there. Now, the one club thing is not for me. I'm not a massive collector of things. I like having little mini stacks, but I'm kind of like a hybrid at the moment between wanting to buy the best players and also stacking the teams. So what I done is I want to know who the best players are, right? Which obviously you Sorare 84, but I also want forwards with AA. Now, when you filter this by the AF, the last 15, if you look here in these price differences, you've got a 0.2 in terms of rare, a 0.2, a 0.15, a 0.25. That's interesting. Messi's coming down as well. 0.25, and then you've got a 0.06. Right, and then you go Velasco, he's out injured for a long time. Then you back up to 0.12. Moreno is not the best forward. And then you got Johnny Russell, who I do like as well. And obviously then you're going down further down on the list, right? And you're dropping in terms of AA. But when you look at Insigne, yes, he's a bit of an injury risk. Yes, he's a flight risk. But fuck me, you look at his scores when he does start, he gets some dark greens. He takes some of their set pieces. We all know him in terms of world football. Yes, he has a contract until 2026 as well. He's been doing okay pre-season, and for that price, and I think I've got a level 18 card. Obviously, I've lost a little bit in terms of the transaction, but Toronto were piss poor last season, but they could definitely get back to decent things this year. They've got a new coach. Osario's the captain now. He was out injured for a bit of it. I don't know what's going on with Bernadetsky. Is he going to turn up? Does he want to play for him? Who knows? But I just thought at that price for like £100, he was just too good to miss out, considering the AA he gets as a forward. Look at that. It's a 31 AA, a 29 AA, a 29 AA, 16, 20, 14, 20, and he scores goals. So yeah, he comes into the gallery as again as one of those top forwards in my opinion. How can I get the reward? I don't know, champ replays. I'm not too sure, mate. You'd have to create a ticket maybe with Sorare and see what they can do. I have no idea. Yeah, I've already claimed these, haven't I? Yeah, so I don't know why that's still appearing. Yeah, the other one in here that intrigued me was Johnny Russell, and I mean I only super rare as well. But Messi's 2.28. 0.28 at the moment. What have I got? Let me refresh this. I think I've got an offer out at the moment for a Kai Wagner, which I'll come on to. So offers sent. What's live? Yeah, Kai Wagner 0.11. This guy's not coming back to me, so that's nice, isn't it? Thank you, kind sir, for not coming back to me. So how much ETH have I got? Come on. All right, I am a little bit shy, but this Messi card interests me as well. Coming back in here when you have Carlos Hill, Hector Herrera, a Messi, an Insigne. I want to get a Wagner, but if I get a Messi, then I'm nowhere near it. You've got good keepers, and still, I feel as though I'm doing all right at the moment. feel like I'm doing all right. So yeah, we're going to talk about my watch list as well. How do I create a ticket on Sorare? I'm sure it's on the site somewhere. Sure it's like, yeah, if you go in on your menu, mate, down into help, I'm sure there'll be something in there for you to, yeah, your account and profile getting linked to whatever. Down here, contact down there. Have a look around, mate. See if you can find it. Messi will dominate challengers all year round. Yeah. The only question is he gonna be playing week in and week out, or is he gonna all of a sudden be dropped and then you put in a priority lineup? I don't know, but he's certainly gonna smash the shit out of challengers when he plays for sure. Autograph collectors, welcome, mate. What should I do? Just created an MLS Cap 240 team, which is effectively useless now. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough, mate. It depends on the players. I mean, listen, Sorare are still going to be doing midweeks. They're going to be doing specials and stuff like that. So maybe those players are not going to be totally useless. I'm assuming their price has already dropped. I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's tough. It is tough. You know, I bought a couple of super rares literally just before all of this changed in terms of threshold, and now effectively I'm losing, I don't know, 70% in terms of value for them. But you know, we can't predict the future. We've just got to adapt and strive forward. Have we got any MLS players in the house in the chat at the moment? Because apart from Messi, you've got Diego Rossi who are sold. I mean, Diego Rossi probably going to do very, very well again, I would have thought. Look at that. I mean, he takes some set pieces as well. He's another guy who can get some really decent AA. So maybe he's the cheaper Messi. I don't know. Sorare Capital says, I was always worried about the sort of content I do, but seeing Sorare will throw out weekly comps, that will keep these tier 3, 4s and 5s relevant, which is nice. Yeah, I've posted a few times. I don't think that tier 4s and 5s are going to be are dead. I really don't. I think let's just hold judgment. Let's see what specials are going to be coming out there, and then make a decision whether they're absolutely dead in the pan or not. But I think they'll be useful. I do. I can still get a lot of value from 240 teams until August, to be fair. I did the same with Super Rare 240. We'll just play until it's gone. I'm in the same boat. I mean, let's look at what... I know I'm jumping around because I was talking about MLS forwards, but let's look at what I've got for this weekend. So, let me just clear this down. This is what I was playing around with earlier. Muriel Orlando will be a great... I'm not too sure on Muriel, though, because AA game is terrible, right? I think he'll score goals, but yeah, AA game for me is really, really important. So I've only got one, so I've got Drury's in goal. What lineup? So they're released at home, 11th versus 7th. I mean, it's not amazing, is it? Especially they just leak goals at the moment. So he comes in. And then we've got these guys. So if I'm after this threshold, depends what other matchups I've got. But if I want to put my best players in it, so USG are away. They play on Thursday night. It'd be interesting to see whether actually Machida does play. But I'll put him in there for now. And then we've got this team. These two. Sorry. Fuck me, I'm tired. Sean says, I've started buying mid-level MLS for so big stuff, whether it's stick or twist. Mid-level ones, you know, if it's the right person, they can spike, mate. They weren't too bad. Who did you actually buy? Who did you pick up? Carl, I've got a mini Minnesota stack. Yeah, I don't mind that. Pookie, Renuso, and Bongo. Yeah, I like it. Bongo was on fire for about 5 or 6 games last year. Done very, very well. Renuso's back in training now, I believe. Pookie needs to get his shit together. See, Klitsch ain't too bad, Sean, though, because he takes sets as well. So he could always pop up with an 80, an 85 game. It's not the worst card out there. Bro, how do you guys get good at... I only have bench players that is limited. Yeah, key thing, champ, is to not buy bench players, mate. That is key. You want starters. So in here again, if I'm looking for my best team, so Hibs versus Aberdeen, and then we've got Kawabi. I mean, he's got the better matchup, but I prefer Joe Newell up top. Shit. That's all right, innit? You just log in to watch me yawn on stream. Sorry, boys. Sorry about that. Sorry. Two forwards. Niang, you know, he went through that season. What I bought him like here. I got like 4 or 5 games out on him, and then Adana just decided to go bankrupt, and literally fuck up 3 of my super rares. Anyway, he's transferred to Empoli, and he come off the bench, a goal and an assist. Superb. I wonder if has Play Sharper. I mean, it's only Tuesday, but has Play Sharper actually come out yet? Because it'd be interesting to see if he plays. Because who are they playing? They're at home. I mean, they're against Fiorentina, aren't they? Is he at home? Yeah, let's whack him in. Yeah, internet's definitely a bit slow, so let's just crack on. And then Kingsley, Hearts against Motherwell. Maybe I'd put him in, and then Captain Machida. See, now if I go to submit that on Sorare, I mean that's not hitting 400 points, is it? Really? I mean, let's just say he gets a 50. Let's say he does that. Don't know. I don't know whether it's like worth using Machida in a better lineup, like an all-star super an all-star rare pro lineup. What have I got saved in there? So that's my all-star team that I've got. Target the lesser divisions. Oh, what's that? The champ? Yeah, I agree. That's my all-star. I could always take him out and put Ricky back in. I think Ricky van Wolfswinkel will play. But anyway, we're too early to really be starting to fucking play lineups and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the Super Res. I think I'm just going to farm and see what I can get. See what I can get. Just want to have a look to see who's come on the market for the MLS, because I'm really thinking about picking up a Kai Wagner. It's a piece that I'm missing, and I'm thinking about picking one of them up. The other thing is as well is that some people are probably going to say, don't buy now if you're going to buy MLS cards, because because they're going to be released soon, and that could well be the play. But for cards like Kai Wagner, Carlos Hill, Hector Herrera, you know, some of those big players, their new season cards are going to go for a lot. And I think you've got to make your mind up as to whether you want to pay that price, you know, or whether you should be spending and getting new cards in to play the in-season games for, you know, the lesser players, like a goalkeeper. Again, I think that they're going to be inflated a little bit, but it might be, I don't know, an Eric Tommy, someone like that. You don't, I don't know. I mean, I certainly just can't afford to go out there and get a new season Carlos Hill. It's just not going to happen. So I want as much XP as possible on the most expensive ones that I've kind of already got, or I'll just go out there and get an older season and then buy a few new pieces for new season, and then just piece them together for the in-season competitions. Now, listen, if you've got the budget to go out there and buy everyone like Pranksy is at the moment, then sweet, you know, fill your boots and good luck to you. But I'm definitely not there. Let's go with rare and super rare, and we want to look at MLS specifically. Carl says, look at teams in Scotland like Hearts and Aberdeen. Yeah, There's some decent players in Scotland. I know they're in contenders now and whatnot, but there are some decent players. I don't know why this is going so slow. It happens every fucking time. Does my head in. This is that's a guy I want to talk about. So we talk about him. I'm gonna leave Messi up there as well. God, this is painful to watch, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Maybe this just isn't gonna load. This just isn't gonna load. Do you think Pascal stencils will rise in value? I have no idea. You can't predict this market. You have just no idea what's going to be going on. My only advice is only spend what you want, where you want, what you can afford to lose. And if you deep down think that it's a good price, then just go with your gut. I mean, I've done that with Insigne. Paid 0.06 for him. Happy to pay that price. Happy to technically kind of lose it if he transfers to Saudi or whatever. And we'll go from there, mate. All right, that's painful to do. So Hollingshead is somebody I wanted to talk about because for point, I don't know if that's his. Still got all this sinus shit. I don't know if anyone else is just like constantly under weather at the moment. Drives me fucking mad. That's his super rare. But this guy, so although he's 32, like he's a good scorer, you know. He plays for one of the best teams in MLS. I have thought about picking him up as well. But I need to do some research and compare him with, you know, what else you can get for your money. But yeah, it's just a nice little player there. My watch list at the moment is full of MLS players, predominantly. And we'll take a look at it. What's your thoughts on Diego Luna? Is it Real Salt Lake he played? Yeah, Real Salt Lake. Now, there are some people that are touting him to have a big season. Now, with Savarino gone as well, maybe he, you know, tries to fill his shoes, maybe. What's going on, Matty? Welcome, mate. Welcome. Scores okay. AA, he's got a bit of AA game in him. I don't really like Real Salt Lake, but they've got Pablo Ruiz coming back, which is going to be good for them. He's somebody that is not on my list, but should 100% be on my watch list. This internet is really getting on my fucking nerves. Pablo Ruiz, here he is. Pablo Ruiz, although he's injured, I'm sure does anybody know he was starting some preseason games, right? Now with him coming back, I think save successfully, perfect. I think that they're going to be good, and I think that's going to help Luna even more. You know, when Ruiz starts picking up scores like this again, and they've got who's the fella up top? Arango. They've got up top. Yeah, he could be good. The only thing that I don't like is that he's a midfielder. To be honest, Luna will hopefully be on the Olympic squad, so he has the talent. Yeah, I do like him. Am I going to buy him? Probably not, but I do like him. So here is my watch list at the moment, lads. So let's talk about goalkeepers first. These are the three goalkeepers, excuse me, that I'm looking at. Pedro Galisi, Stefan Fry, and Joe Willis. I think I'm leaning more towards Fry and Galisi over Willis, but Galisi being 0.11, that puts me off, because if you look at Joe Willis's price, it's 0.06. I could pick up a Joe Willis and a Steve Clark for basically the price of Galisi and have a little bit of depth in there and, you know, play the home fixtures, because Nashville and Houston are very, very good at home. But I do like Stefan Fry as well. So they're the three goalkeepers that I'm looking at. But, I mean, goalkeepers are boring to talk about, right? Defenders, who have I got in here? So Kai Wagner is one that I'm definitely going to be looking at. I might even throw a cheeky little offer out at the moment. I've got to think about it. Escobar and Dorsey is my Houston Dynamo even. Walker Zimmerman, I don't think I'm going to be getting a Zimmerman, so let's just take him off. See you later. Andrew Gutman could be another one, but Hollingshead. I think it's probably probably going to be a Hollingshead and a Kai Wagner that I'll pick up. But again, we can dig a little bit deeper into that in a moment. Midfielders, these are another couple. Been a while, mate. How you doing? Managed to hit the threshold of mine. Nice, Scamuel. Nice, mate. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it has been a while. What is it? Nearly 2 months since my last stream. So yeah, but we're back now. We're back. These are the midfielders that I'm looking at. All right, Westwood was more for a super rare, so he can come out. I need to rename that. Connor Ronan as well. He could probably come out. Let's just filter that again. Now, as I said earlier, it's kind of like you've got to pick your strategy a little bit, and I'm leaning towards I want set piece takers, and I want some of the best midfielders in the game. I've already got Carlos Hill. I've already got Hector Herrera. Who else fits that bill? Ryan Gould absolutely fits that bill, and I think old Georgie over here is going to be very, very good as well. And I did sell him to invest in somebody else, but now I've got some ETH back. I might buy him back as well. Now, obviously, he's just transferred to Colorado. We're building a nice little team. Now, but do we think that he's going to be hitting kind of what he was before when he was in the MLS? Let's just go with the MLS itself. You know, they are some really, really nice scores. But it'd be interesting to see if he can do that in Colorado. But he's on there. Love my Ricky Puig to bits. I'd be devastated if he's transferred back to Europe. He's been bang average. He would, yeah. It is a risk. Now the transfer window is shut in the MLS. Is it? Is it shut, or was that the? No, it's not shut, is it? It's open for another little while. Yeah, quite a long time actually. Yeah, you'd be gutted if it goes, mate. To be honest, but it's the only reason why he's not on this list, because Ruiz I just added. He's going to stay. Georgie's just transferred. Rusnak's going to stay. Osario's just signed a new deal. Signed a new deal last year, and he's been made club captain, so he's going to stay. The reason why he's on the list is I've already picked up Insigne, and I think it just makes sense to pick this guy up because he is capable of these green scores. You know, you want those mid 80s, and I think that him and. Let's just talk about stacks a minute. Now, I know that Insigne didn't really... year to date, we don't want that. We want a year. So they do okay together. I mean, 27% of the time they score 60 points plus. So hence why I would get him in. Now, if you're playing 3 teams as well, if I'm putting 3 teams into challengers, you know, Osario, I don't mind playing them at home. And what was his scores at home last season? Toronto, let's go the last year. Yeah, it would have been the last year. Let's just go with start, and let's just go at home as well. So it's not too bad. A 73, 86, 77, 81, 85. Like, I'd take that out of 5 out of 10. You know. Tommy B, well, welcome, mate. What's going on? Are you back in the game? I'm sure you've sold out and then bought back in a few times, but welcome back, mate. Good to have you back. Acosta Renuso. So Acosta, I think the reason why he's not on this list is because I think that Cincinnati are not going to be that good this year, offensively. Now, I could be totally wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not going to be bad, but what I mean is I don't think he's going to be doing this season. Without Vasquez there, obviously Brenner left a little while ago, but Corey Baird, is he going to come in and do what Vasquez does? I don't think so. It's good that they've kept Barrial. That's big. Defensively, I think that they'll be quite solid now. I think Miles Robinson's coming, hasn't he? But for 0.12, I'm not certain on him. This guy, yeah, you make a good point on this guy. I know nothing about him. I know he was in the MLS before and he done well, didn't he? Sorry, mate, I haven't tell you what have I missed. Not much, mate. Just me chatting a load of fucking bullshit, really. But welcome back. Yeah, this guy, I don't know anything about him. Let's just search back when he was in the MLS. Um, just go strictly MLS. I mean, yeah, you can see that he's very, very good. I bet that's AA game as well. There's a few assists in there, a few decisives, and a few goals, to be fair to him. Does he take the place of oh, the usual then? Does he take the place of Eli Sanchez? Or does he play more like an 8? He had fitness problems in Brazil. So this might be a bit of a risky one. And somebody's just transferred. Yeah, it's just a bit of a risk for me. And who was the other one? He said Reynuso. Yeah, Reynuso is one of the most frustrating players to watch, and that's why he's not on my list, pretty much. And I know that has, excuse me, nothing to do with Sorare. Obviously, when he's scoring like this, he's fucking unbelievable. But when you watch him, he's just so greedy, and I don't know, he just frustrates me. In Minnesota, I'm not too sure on them. But for 0.07, I could pick up a Reynuso, and who else was on there? A Georgie for the same price as a who was we just looking at? Who's 0.12 as an Acosta, and I think that makes more sense to me anyway for my gallery. We got Rusnak in there. That was from a super rare standpoint, so he can get out now. He's not going to be that useful to me. The other one that I'm going to pick up as well probably is here. He's him. Sorry, Eric Tommy. Now I've been trying to pick up his super rare, but no one wants to sell it. Gator guy's got one as well. I messaged him and he was like, no, I think he's going to smash. And I think he will smash. Yeah. Now that Kinder's gone, I think that he starts pretty much week in and week out. He's a DP there. He takes some of their set pieces. Obviously, already got the Johnny Russell super rare. So I've got, a month and maybe 5 weeks worth where I can play him as the midfielder and Johnny Russell as the forward. There was he's bought it 5 hours ago. Who bought that? This guy. All right, looks like he's going for that sporting stack. Makes sense. Not a bad stack, Johnny Russell, Tommy, Saloy, Fontes, and then I'm assuming he's waiting to see what the goalkeeper is. But yeah, I think that's going to be a decent stack. What's your strategy on the new mints for the MLS? Do you think that you pick up to enter the cash comp? Yeah, I touched upon that earlier, actually, mate. So if you weren't going to eat your dinner and you bothered actually listening, then you would have known, wouldn't you? No, I'm only joking. My strategy is I might pick up some of these cards, like an Eric Tommy as a new season one. I think he'd still be like double the price of it. But I don't want to be picking up like the Carlos Hills, the Kai Wagners, and people like that as new season cards. They'll just be too much for me. So it will be these type of cards that I'll pick up. Although they're definitely going to be inflated. They did say in that announcement or on the video of Sorare that there's going to be a special MLS tournament, right? Come April. So by then, obviously, new cards are going to be out. It's probably going to be like a Premier League one. So I would like to play that, but I don't know. Depends how successful I am between now and then. But that's why I was thinking, when I was talking earlier, let me just go back into this and refresh. That's why I was thinking earlier about picking up that Kai Wagner, an old season card. Like, it doesn't bother me that it's not going to be a new season card. And it was the same with Insigne, why I picked him up earlier. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we'll come on to that in a minute because I need to take a deep dive into that. But yeah, Asario I think makes sense now that I've got Insigne. I think that Eric Tommy makes sense that I've got Johnny Russell, and I think that he's going to be decent this year. And I think Georgie makes sense from a price point of view. So those three might come in quite quickly, to be honest. Depends if I wait for the new season cards or not. I don't know. I mean, if I picked up these as new seasons, they'd probably have to play in Classic anyway for a little while. Like in terms of my gallery, because I'm not going to have new seasons cards. Or will I? So it comes out on the 29th. Sorry if I'm a bit fucking nasally and snotty and all of that sort of shit, boys. I suffer with sinuses for years, and it does my literally does my head in. So new season cards. So that's actually for Challenger, isn't it? Challengers. No, I haven't. They're all old season anyway, so that's irrelevant. So unless I go ahead and pick up 3, 4, 5 new in season cards, which I'm probably not going to be honest. When they drop on auction, I'm probably not going to have the ETH, and I'm not putting any more money in. So maybe just picking up the old cards and fucking getting on with it. Do you think Gaston Jimenez in the MLS will start for Chicago Fire? I don't know, but if you go to the MLS Discord, there's on one of the pinned ones. I think who does it? Is it Fripp that does it? And he does all the predicted kind of lineups. And there's a link there somewhere, and you can have a look to see what he thinks. ATX says, yeah, I'm thinking of doing the exact same. The tier 2s, 3s. I'm thinking of an early stack, maybe Seattle, St. Louis. Can't imagine the likes of Tolo, Tim Parker will be huge overpays. Yeah, exactly. Tommy B says Wagner makes loads of sense, loads hyping. Sorry, fucking. I was looking at that, and I've got a light shining in my face, and all I was looking at was the light. But anyway, Wagner makes loads of sense. Loads hyping that Campos that just signed for LAFC 2. Campos. Have I already looked at him? Does he take sets? Where was he? Santos Lagunas. He probably don't take sets there, does he? Because Prekiada and no, he don't. Yeah, I'd rather Kai Wagner. I think. Tolkien. The issue I have with Tolkien, I think the New York Red Bulls are going to be much better this year. Issue I have with him is that he's probably going to lose some sets, I would have thought, to Forsberg. Maybe not all of them, some of them. And being at 21, I think that at any time somebody could just pick him up and he just goes. Kyle Wagner, there's just more security around there. What is he, 0.07? Yeah, for 0.04 more, I could probably pick up a Kyle Wagner who takes all sets and is just more secure. Forsberg is a shout for your mid. Yeah, I was looking at him today because I was looking at Tolkien after Wagner, and then I thought of Forsberg. But has he got AA game? Like, do you think that his AA game is going to be big? I know this is in a German league, but you look at his AA, it's very, very low. Even when he plays for Sweden, I mean, against Azerbaijan, against Estonia, 6, 9. Just looking at these, I know it's harder league. I get it, but I don't know. Is he going to be as, what is he, 0.06? Is he going to be better than Georgie at 0.05? Or Renuso, basically similar, well, same price pretty much. You think he's going to have good AA capital? I'd rather just tried and tested for now. But now at the moment. So Kai Wagner, right? So he's had one there and then sold him. Forsberg peaked after Bogart tweeted out his rocket. Yeah, from like halfway line or something like that, wasn't it? So these are all level 7, level 6, level 9. Are there any out there that have expired recently? I mean, oh no, this is super rare. I'm going to say that guy's fucking dreaming, right? Can see Forsberg sitting in the centre circle, clipping balls over the top for Tolkien all game. Who's that? What is this guy doing? 0.2, yeah? That's not happening, mate. Grappa Beera. Grappa Beera. Alright, he's got a car back now. He's trying to sell him for 0.16. Well, that ain't going to happen either, considering the last one went for 0.11. When does Oh, he plays recently, doesn't he? I don't know. I just don't like the idea of getting like a level 7 or a level 6 player in. And I mean, you could always try your luck, I suppose, with this guy. Who's selling this? Blue Sea. But then he's got his. Oh, I might as well look on Sorare data on Sorry, Sorare itself. Kai Wagner. Kai Wagner. Kai Wagner. Who's online? He's online. I could put in a little. Oh, I don't know. I tried messaging Blue Sea, just doesn't reply. Nice geezer. Nice geezer. The other thing is that I'm literally 0.07, 0.06 away from a Messi. So if I sold like Teddy Tuma and some of the absolute shit in my gallery, I could get myself a Messi. Is that just too much of a risk though? I mean, he's going to play, he's going to score hundreds. But for a gallery like mine, is that too much of a risk at the moment? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But Georgie again. Who's this card? Who's selling that? Be interesting if I bought back my own card that I sold a little while ago. That'd be quite fun. Never a risk to spend more money. Yes, Black, welcome. Welcome to the stream, sir. Just spend more fucking money. If you don't like it, fuck off. ATX Mix. I'm stuck what to do with Super Rares. I built for Cap 240 Super Rare and enough to field a Challenger Super Rare team as well, but made up Cap 2. Unsure if it was expanded into Super Rare or sell in August. I don't know, mate. Fuck knows. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what to do with some of mine. I think I've just come to the conclusion that I'm going to be keeping them, and I'll just use them as and when. I'm going to try and get a little bit of a threshold between now and when they actually knock it on the head, see what special weeklies come out, and just get on with it. You know, fuck it. It's not my money. Kai Wagner. Yeah, I'm thinking the same, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, like, look at my super rares, right? Some of them. Super rare, filtered by this shit. Like, I bought Kingsley at 1.125, right? Now, as a super rare, he's actually not too bad. Because he has these nice little 80s. I mean, he's just come off the back of a 75 or whatever. But he's down. Somebody's trying to sell him at 0.04. What's the point of me selling him at 0.03? There's just no point. I mean, this guy only bought for 0.05 anyway, so what's the point of selling him? There's not. Machida rather is a good super rare. I actually really like the guy. About 3 or 4 of these are fucked off to Saudi Arabia. This goalkeeper I bought in at 0.6 is someone's now trying to sell him at 0.28. Well, like, what's the point of me even fucking selling? Might as well just keep it and wallow in my own shit. Yeah. What was I gonna do? I was gonna find someone before I went down that little rabbit hole. What was I going to do? Kai Wagner. I just don't know if I want a level. I suppose it depends on the price, doesn't it? I mean, who's that guy? Has someone just sold something, or has he just added that? Someone's just added it, right? That's the new season card, so he's already on the. That's just gonna disappear. So I don't know why he's trying to get more out of that. You're just not gonna. Okay, let's just see, eh? It makes sense. Let's just go in at one. Let's just go in at 0.1. I think long term. Oh, I think long term it just makes sense. Fuck me, that's on my... Bear with, boys. You're just going to see a fucking keyboard and shit now, because I need to go on there. Let's pause it. Because I'm using my phone as a camera. So that's a nice view for you, isn't it? 9, 89. There we go. Right, how do I resume this shit? Yeah, there you go. Wallop. Wallop. Oh, and we're back. Hello. Hello. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see if Meow Meow tells me to do one. Let's see. I might even start just fucking buying everyone. What's Tommy's latest price? It's just gonna make sense for me to get him as well him in as well. Who's selling him? Joker. Nizo. That guy's selling a few players. Ranuso, I'm not that interested in. Milahalovic. Might try and get him as well. What level is he? Right, let's go on a fucking spending spree, shall we? Let's go on a spending spree. Thunderwolf, Espinoza and Nagby should be good options as well for mids. Nagby doesn't score amazingly, no? Espinoza, yeah, he's alright. Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. Level 13. He's getting the bonus that's gonna disappear. Level 11. That's the bonus that disappears. Do I buy back? Black, what do you think about Georgie? Do you think that he's gonna smash it coming back to the MLS? Be intrigued to see what a real American thinks. That's so much from Mihailovic. Are you confident he cooks? Yeah, you love him. Yeah. I'm thinking that he just comes back in and just basically takes all sets off of that Conor Ronan. Or at least like 75% of them. And they're getting a decent team, aren't they? You've got Sam Vines coming in at left back as well. Do I buy that prick? I wonder if he'll be affected by the altitude at all. I'll tell you what might be a decent little shout. Let's see how he got on playing against Colorado. In Colorado. See? Smart. Fucking smart. United States, I don't want that, do I? I want just all teams. Let's just go MLS and let's go Colorado. Elite knowledge. Fucking hell. No? Apparently he's never played against Colorado. He's never played against Colorado. That was good. That was good. But don't see why he can't come right and be great. Colorado actually seems like they're going to be trying real Salt Lake. Also in the mountains. That's a good shout. See? Knowledge from a real American. Man, you're a real American, dude. Real Salt Lake. So he's only played against them once. And it was at home. And he scored. Have I done this right? Yeah, all teams, all. Where else? Where else is in the mountains? Anyone? Thoughts on Conor Ronan this season, boys? Ryan, I actually think he's going to be okay. He's going to be right. Super helpful. I'm going back to 2020. How the fuck has he not played against Colorado? They've been around for a little while, right? Anyway, I still think that he's going to be all right. I mean, going back to my actual watch list, where was it? Over here. And let's look at mids. I think out of the mids that I've personally selected, I don't know. I like him better than Ruiz. I mean, I don't mind Osario, but I think that will outscore him. Osario makes sense now. I've picked up that Insigne. Ryan Gold. Ryan Gold probably outscored Georgie, but then he's double the price. And then Eric Tommy comes in as well. I think that he has a decent season. So Georgie is probably out of these the number 1/number 2 alongside Gould. So I think Georgie makes sense to get him back in. Are we all banking on MLS long format tournament like the Premier League one? No, but I think that they're going to release something in April though. They said it on that video, didn't they? I like. Sorry, Super Rare seems too cheap. That's what I was originally looking at. To be honest, it does seem too cheap, but oh, what to do? It does seem. I do need a fucking Super Rare as well, don't I? I do need to spend more money. I actually do need to spend more money, but I don't want to spend more money. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. No. What am I doing? Oh, I need to go to my gallery, don't I? So let's go and use the new sparkling challengers. Super rare. So I actually need to put this team into challengers super rare with rare plus and that going. So midfielders, I've got Kawabi, who was really a fresh old player. He can do all right every now and again. Gressel as a mid, but I haven't got another midfielder. So that's where I've got Russell, and I've only got one super rare forward. Covered defense, Tolu at home does okay. Lennon, yeah, I'm happy with. Lovitz, I'm all right with. Not amazing, but they're okay. So I do need a super rare mid and a super rare forward. And Osario is one that I was looking at. Were you looking at Osario for rare? Yeah, just as a cheap pickup because I've got Insigne rare. I bought him this morning. Black says we need a really good trade forum channel, etc. A lot of people need to move cards, and there's no great matchmaking versus randomly talking to people or getting killed by Pavel. Yeah, agreed. Because I've got Joe Newell, who I actually think is a decent super rare, and I would trade him for maybe like the Osario super rare or something like that. But I know that if I send that trade, like he's okay as a super rare, probably similar to Osario. I would have thought, maybe, I don't know. But if I send that trade, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll get send me Joe Newell and fucking 0.06 ETH. No, you prick. No. Capital, your favourite player, Lovitz, yeah? Yeah, mate. Lovitz. He loves it. Although Nashville have gone down in my, I don't know. I think that Gary Smith, is it Gary Smith? I think he's shit. They need to get him out. They just need to get him out. You know? They've bought another centre back, or they've signed another centre back. They don't need another centre back. Fucking buy someone else. I mean, Sam Sturridge, Jerry's coming in and doing all right, but buy an exciting centre mid. Fuck me, you've got Godoy and Davies. And last year you had, who was the 38-year-old or whatever he was, and he is old, and he is older than me, so that's why I'm saying it. All right. Okay, I missed that in the pages of info. Good to know. Yeah, exactly. So is Osario? I mean, it'd be good to, again, from a real American. Black, what do you think of Osario? I was talking to Laird the other day about him, and he weren't jumping with joy over him. But at that price, at like 0.13 on a floor for a super rare, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Why hasn't he got back to me with why hasn't that guy got back to me? It said he was online. Hi Wagner. Oh, what's going on, John, mate? What's happening? With Insigne and Bernstein, I think he's a good option. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I didn't watch him enough, unfortunately. Okay, no worries. So might be slightly biased. Oh, you got one already? Yeah, but I think that he pops up with those 80s, don't he? And from a super rare, you're chucking in that 20-25% or whatever. It's a decent score. Why hasn't he got back to me? If you're not going to get back to me, I'll cancel it. Although saying that, if I cancel that, can I afford Sorare? I'll just have to fucking bot one of my players, won't I? Get a bit of extra ETH. The other thing though is that I've actually seriously got to think about is that I can get a team together, like come March with this team, right? But if I go to bet builder, God, that's the gambler coming out of me. Shit. If I go to builder for lineup builder and go to what? Let's do it for the 29th. And I'll go to rare. Let's just go in there. Just bin that off. Actually, let's just go the week after that because I think that there's more players playing. No, there's not. Perfect. Go the week after that. No, no players playing. No, sweet. In there. No, sweet. No, it's international week. 457. Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah, because I've only got the two challengers goalies at the moment, right? So if I go in here and say for this week I'm gonna play Unastal, I'll play. He's not gonna be. Yes, he will be. He'll still be. Oh, let's just go proper. Fine. Carlos Hill. Excuse me. Put Insigne in there. Put that guy in there, right? So that's one. That's one lineup. Then I'm going to enter in again. Shit. And then Morris, and then we can go with. Let's just go with a stack. So POV could probably come in there, or Kai Wagner if I pick up a Wagner. Teddy Tuma is in champion, so I can't use him. That's where I'm missing because Hector Herrera is not playing that game week. So that's where I'm definitely missing somebody. Obviously Taylor Booth though, Black. Taylor Booth, you fucking animal. Jonathan B says, I have a super rare Wagner. Unsure what to do with him as my gallery's contender. Also think I could yield a lot from now until August. You know what? If I had more ETH, mate, I'd make you an offer. I would make you an offer on it if you was interested in selling, but I've only got 0.2 ETH basically. So yeah, I can't. Bit irrelevant really, isn't it? And then forward wise, again, missing forwards, so I do need to get some forwards between now and then. But say Mertens it comes in here, say I don't know, just fucking throw Brennett in there, and then I'm missing. Let's say like Georgie comes in, so that's only two teams, and yeah, I can put together a super rare team, which will probably be Steve Clark don't even play that game week. But Steve Clark, it could be Gressel, it could be like one of these guys or whatever. So I am missing some midfielders as well. So does it make sense to pick up another super rare midfielder? Or would it make more sense to just pick up some rares? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think whatever happens, I want to pick up Kai Wagner. I don't mean to annoy you, but I think 4-5-2 and 4-5-4, you are one forward away from a midweek super rare lineup. What? 4-5-2? 4-5-2. Come on. Steve Clark. Probably gonna go. Well, let's just put Machida in there. Gressel if he plays. Yeah, you're right. And one forward away. I think Dean Smith will do something at Charlotte. I think Dean Smith will do okay. I think he will do okay there. Yeah. I am. But then what forward? And did you say for yeah, but I'll tell you what will be around. When is it? It's still February, right? So we've got All-Star Rare Plus. So who have I got in here? I've got the main man. He can play. Gressel, we'll see if he's playing. Carlos Hill was in there, right? So he'll play. I think Hector Herrera's injured. And then I could put in that's the fucking super rare goalkeeper. That's shit, isn't it? Or you could go POV. Or you could go I could at least play All Star Rare Pro, so it's not too bad. Or you might be yeah, exactly. But I am struggling with I don't know. I mean that is a good price for Osario, no? Maybe I'll just offer. I mean, he's probably just looking for ETH, isn't he? But maybe I'll just offer Joe Newell. Fuck it. Maybe I'll just offer Joe Newell and bring in. It makes more sense, right? If I see, this is exactly the thoughts that have been going through my head for literally fucking. Um. Yeah, Hafty's looking for ETH. I asked him. Okay. These are the thoughts that have been going in my head because even I could I use Joe Newell to actually do something because between now and August, I can hit some thresholds, but at the same time, I've got what's it contenders in here, super rare. I've got these five. So if Joe Newell goes, these guys basically become irrelevant come August, but it's still 6 months away. I could still nick maybe like one or two thresholds. I mean, Druids is that's fucked, isn't it? I mean, that's literally 60% or whatever it is lower than what I paid for him. ATX makes what was Hafty actually looking at for in terms of the price for this for Osario? Do you know, or was it just literally ETH? I mean, if Johnny Russell was a super rare gets injured, which he's kind of likely to, then I'm fucked there as well, aren't I? One middle super rare threshold is Osario. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, Meow ain't got back to me, is he? Too busy stroking a fucking pussy. That's what he's doing. Sorry, that's a bit strong, wasn't it? Fucking hell. That was a bit strong, boys. Sorry about that. Does an Osario make sense? Does he make sense? When does All Star Rare Plus go? Does it go in March? March 29th, or does it go in August? Anyone know? Outrageous comment, Barrett. I know. It's fucking bad, isn't it? Sorry. Sorry, Carl. It is after the watershed, though. It is 9:30 here. It goes in March. All right. Goes in March. So what happens then? So between now and March, I can use him in Rare Plus. So after that, I've got to go straight into using him in. Goes to just All Star Rare. Okay, so I've got to go straight to using him in a super rare comp. I've got to go straight using him in a super rare comp. And does that make sense using him in a super rare competition? I don't know, boys. Do I just take my own advice earlier when I was turning around and saying that people like Eric Tommy and maybe Georgie, maybe they go for, obviously they're going to go for more when the new season mints come out, but they're not going to go as much as a Kai Wagner new season card. And do you think that's the same with like an Asario super rare? You know, if I could pick him up for like 0.11, is it in new season one? It's probably going to be more than that. What am I trying to say? If I can pick up a Sario at a decent price super rare, then surely I could pick up the rares, and if not, just go back in with the classic cards anyway. So maybe the super rare is the way to go. Maybe super rare, Asario, and Kai Wagner. Maybe it's super rare, Asario. The only thing that's putting me off here is basically I got down to 2 players in terms of another super rare midfielder. And that was Asario, getting him back because I actually owned a super rare, but also Eric Tommy super rare. Now, there is somebody out there that would accept 0.23, because I was talking to him about it before. He would accept 0.23 for Tommy. But if I could get a Sario for 0.11 and get a Kai Wagner for 0.12, I'm getting a Kai Wagner rare and a Jonathan Asario super rare for the same price as Tommy. Now, saying that out loud, it makes a lot more sense to get Asario and Kai Wagner, right? Do you reckon? Or I fuck all that off and just go out and get Messi. But it makes more sense. Let me just put in a little lowball offer to Hafty here. Let me just see what he does. Let's just go with 0.09. He's probably going to tell me to fuck off, isn't he? There's no other super rare mids that would come into this, right? Let's just go MLS. I mean, that's too expensive. I'm talking around the 0.2 mark. Jackson Yule, no thanks. Espinosa's a decent price. Arta, no, it's more threshold. Connor Ronan could be decent. 0.16, you're massively overthinking this. Sell them 5 average super rare and wow. The trouble is, Carl, with that, and what I'm thinking you're saying is, the reason why I'm overthinking it is because I don't want to put more money in. So when I spend this, if I go on like a shit run for like 8 weeks and don't get anything in, I'm stuck with what I've got and I'm just waiting and I'm waiting, you know? Now I don't expect to win every week, but I just want to make sure that I'm bringing in a piece that I want to bring in. Now, if I sell them 5 average super rares, when you say the 5 average super rares, I'm assuming that you're meaning the contenders ones, right? So these guys, Now Kingsley, I'm probably going to get like 0.03 for. Baston, I don't know what he last sold at, but trust me, I'm not getting a lot for him. He's literally strictly fucking threshold material. What was his last sale? I mean, I was his last sale 2 months ago. I'm not getting a lot for him at all. I'd say 0.05. So I'm on 0.08. This guy, I mean, I only paid 0.05. I'll probably get like 0.03, right? So I can't remember what I said for these guys, but let's just call that 0.11. Joe Newell, I'm trying to sell. Now I could probably get 0.1 for him. So you're on 0.2. And then this guy is not going to sell anymore either because he's a thresholdy player, and look at the price difference already. So even if I did, the maximum that I could probably get out of these 5 players, like max, would be 0.3. That's it for 5 super rares that I could potentially use for threshold between now and August, and maybe nick one, and then I'd get 33% back of that because I'll get over 0.1. Do you see what I mean? So I don't think selling these is the answer. Maybe Joe Newell I could sell because I'll get like 0.1 whatever it is and buy a Car Wagner in. But that's what I'm saying. I've got 0.2 to play with. Looks like someone's come back to me on this. He sent me a counter. What does he actually want? 0.125. I could probably get that down. But I think to your point, Carl, is what you're saying is, can I challenge with these super rares, these ones here? Can I challenge in the new super rare comps with a Johnny Russell, a Steve Clark in goal, a Julian Gressel now playing with Messi, a Brooks Lennon who does pop up with the odd 100, takes set pieces. So if you imagine Asario being in here, do you think that challenges or just does anything? Or are you basically saying that team, that all of these will be shit? It'd be interesting to see. I mean, there's 30 of you guys in there. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think as well. So I don't know. I don't know. He wants 0.125. Probably get that down to maybe like the last sale. 0.11. Nobody's listed a Car Wagner, right? Yeah. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Agree with Carl. Realistically, to compete in scarcity, you need like 15 cards. So you would need more super rare depth. Even selling these guys, though, I mean, I've not really thought about that, but even selling these guys, am I going to get... What the fuck am I going to get for these? What am I going to even get for those? I mean, the list price for Johnny Russell, I haven't even used him yet, but the list price for him... See, now you got me thinking, because basically, is everybody in or spend more money? But I've got to support my family, Andy. I've got to support my family. So basically, you're all just saying that sell all my super rares. Is that what's going on? Them 5 cards are doing nothing, in my opinion. An extra 0.3 ETH on one player, and think it opens up your potential right. Opens your potential right up. Okay, now I just don't even know if I get 0.3 though. I mean, what did Johnny Russell last go for? It was a trade. I'd love to trade these for cards. Like, I've thought about this, Black. I've thought about it. Yeah, I know. If he gets hurt, I know. But the reason why I did actually buy him is because I didn't know that I was going to be getting rid of Threshold, you know, because he was going to take over from my Druids, and then I'd have a Threshold team through the summer. Granted, if he gets injured, I'm still in the same position, but I suppose, yeah, I'm now... do you know what pisses me off with this? Is that, like, my gallery is probably in the worst place that it's been, and that's not because of prices. You know, when I won, what was it? I come second in All Star Rare Pro, won Jude Bellingham back then. I had a Griezmann that I went ahead and bought. I went for a really nice patch. Teddy Tuma when he was at USG and he was fucking banging. I had some like really, really top cards back then. And then I was like, right, well, let's progress. And I do think that it was the right time to progress into super rare. Otherwise, again, I wouldn't have picked up Jude Bellingham in All-Star Rare Pro. But then Victor Van Cruz went. That was like an ETH gone from a gallery and stuff like that. And I know that you can't predict them sort of things. But for some reason, like the ego in me or whatever it is that I've moved up to super rare. And it's now like, oh, now you're moving back down to rare to win cards that are potentially fucking 0.01. But then I suppose super rares ain't going to be worth because they're hard to sell. I don't know. I might just list all of these super rares up and just see what comes in. See if I get any offers. Maybe that's the thing to do. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, let's reject you. Fuck off. Let's have a look. Why is that? Why is what, ATX Mix? I just said a lot of shit there. Open up my heart. Open up my heart and my mind to you. You mean list them all up? Because I think people are right. Like, if Steve Clark gets injured, I'm not competing for shit, am I? I think you've just got to have... If I'm going to compete in rare, I've just got to have the best rares. That super rare team, I think, can compete and do a little bit of a special weekly, but a couple of players gets injured, it's just going nowhere, is it? Isn't it, even? So it's either I strengthen super rare and I go in on that by selling rares. So I'm just going around in circles. Surely you could apply that logic to any player, right? I guess depth is lacking. I agree. Yeah. So it's either I strengthen these super rare players by buying more, which is ETH that I currently really haven't got. Or when you look at my rare cards in Challenger, I bought that Insigne, which I think is going to be good this year. I've got a decent goalkeeper. I've got Carlos Hill. Robin Proper and always does a job. I know that he's cheap. I've got Unistal. I've got Hector Herrera. I've probably got, even though they're not the strongest and it's not depth as well, but I've probably got more super rares, more decent rares. Do you know what? I'm just going to list them all up and see what the fuck comes in. See my cards. See? This is a useful stream, isn't it? Niels, I might do the same in rare, sell then start to compete in limited. Yeah. I just don't like the idea of moving back down again. Is that me just being a dick? What did this go for? So this is the 2000. I'm going to list all of these up and obviously talk about some cards and whatnot. And then I'm probably gonna shoot off. You could probably get him for, what did I even pay for him? 0.2. Maybe I'll list him up for 0.23. Carl, you can have a proper team in rare or super rare team of a journeyman with number one outside so rare. No one, sorry, outside of so rare cares. I listed my Stuber a couple of the exact same thing. It's just unsure. I ended up sticking. I suppose that's the other thing that to think about is I could play those guys in super rare cap 240, but then would they even fit? If one of them goes out, I still know. Fuck it, let's just do this shit. Come on then. Let's list him up at 0.25. No, he's not going to sell at that, but he's the only newer card. See what comes in for him. We're going to destroy my training lineups, my academy teams. But oh well. Steve Clark, what was the last sell thing for him? Yeah. Okay. I suppose you got to step back to move forward, right? Let's look at it that way. 5 hours ago, Wol Baus bought him off of Pavel Trader. Do you know what? I should probably actually check my fucking WhatsApp. Bet my wife's like, what are you doing? Get in here. Got things to do. So he sent, Jesus Christ. I suppose they're not. They're not actually worth that. He sent 0.12 cash plus whoever these guys are to get Steve Clark rare. Super rare. Shit. 0.4. I'm going to put him up for point. Honestly, some of your super rares are so peaky. If you fit them in, look at Sorare Portugal's tweet from the other day about what his teams would have hit in the new threshold. I think you could hit the middle threshold a lot. Maybe, mate. But let's just see what comes in. If some decent offers come in at some decent prices, then I can judge them, right? I mean, these guys ain't gonna really sell. He's already up. Let's just relist him again. Let's just bring that down. 0.16. 0.16. Dum 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 dum. I actually like this midfielder card for Gressel. I think he could do some damage this year. But again, let's just go 0.35. I think there's one that's for 2.8, but if they're interested, they should actually just message Machida. I like him as well, but I think somebody's got him up at 1.6. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Who else? Patrick Drewers. I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know about him. Brooks Lennon. Let's put him up. What did he last go for? I suppose if I do get some of this stuff, I'm just gonna go out and pick up a Messi, pick up a Kai Wagner, pick up a Georgie, pick up maybe a Diego Rossi, and then that's probably a lot stronger. So I agree. 0.16, 0.1. I like Brooks. I like him. Don't even know. I think at 0.4, but it's all relative, isn't it? Isn't it? Right, let's just put these up for now. Lovitz. Can't sell Lovitz, man. Fucking hell. Can't sell Lovitz. The Tolu. What does Tolu go for now? Is anyone else doing moves like this, by the way? Like selling. Fucking hell. 0.08. Jesus Christ. Don't sell Lovitz. Lovitz ain't going nowhere, mate. I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but he ain't going anywhere. Look, I was 4 months ago and then he's selling him for 0.08. It just seems so fucking cheap. I know he's not an amazing player. ETH is way up. Yeah. What did I pay for him? Oh, it was on the deal, wasn't it? With Thingy. Bit of value, though. It's not that dissimilar. That's true. That's true. You smart folk. You smart folk. Let's put him up for it's higher level, isn't it? So what was it? Put him up for 0.12. I don't want to undercut him. You just bringing the floor down even more. Academy lineups cancelled. Thank you, So Rare. Thank you so much. Who else have I got in here that I can sell? So these guys, I'm probably going to try my luck for another week though at a threshold. Might be able to get something for. What is Lovitz going for as a super rare? That would be interesting. 0.1, yeah. I mean, it ain't too bad, is it? It's not too bad. Say I get 0.1 for him, I'm getting a Kyle Wagner in though. Maybe Lovitz has to go. Fuck it, I'm not here to fuck spiders, am I? So what's that? 0.52. I wonder if I'm on here. What did I pay? 288. It's not too bad, is it? Really? Maybe Lovitz is going, boys. Maybe Lovitz fucking going. I'll put him on there for floor as well. Let's just do that. Wallop. All right. Well, let's just see. Let's just see what happens then. What is annoying is that, well, RIP. What is annoying is that Belhanda was 0.2. This guy was 0.13. And then literally I got like 2 games out of them and they fucked off. And then Vita Frank Cruz as well. Quality stream, by the way. Feels like the chat is pushing you somewhere you wasn't expecting. Mate, super, like, absolutely. I had no reason to or no interest to, what's this? Oh, arena ticket. To sell those. I was planning on playing it, but I think just talking it through with all you guys that it makes more sense for me to really do that. What's this? 5 plus 20. Share the link. Don't know what that means. I'm not listening. Well, you need an MLS goalkeeper. Yeah, I will, mate. Yeah. So when I was saying about Kai Wagner and I was looking at those midfielders, part of the missing piece is a MLS goalkeeper as well. But because they are literally so cheap now, like Steve Clark is a 0.06 or even a Fry is a 0.09. You know, that's kind of doable. Yeah. If you do end up sending up your super rares and buy Messi and Kucho, etc., you have a lot of excess ETH. What do you plan on reinvesting in or cheeky withdraw? No, I'm not going to withdraw. Whatever's in there is just going to stay there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's gonna stay there. Sorry, I was just had to close WhatsApp because it ain't opening. Yeah, it's gonna stay in the game. I'm not planning on doing that, mate. But the excess ETH will probably go into an MLS goalkeeper or maybe 2. It will be 2 forwards, Kai Wagner. It would just be strengthened in rare. Probably like 9 players in rare. And then the plan will be to play classic, I suppose. Win some new cards and then progress into in season into the cash games. Could save some, yeah, exactly, and go from there. Why is this not working? Fucking WhatsApp thing, is it not working? Yeah. The other thing that you could, I think, coming back to Black's point earlier, the other thing that you could do, or that I'd like to do, is to actually have a channel or something like that on Discord. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't got the socials to do it. It's going to take somebody like I don't know, Channy, Haber, Nep, Led. Well, I don't know who's got the numbers, but to create that and just create a space where people can say, do you know what? I'm coming out of this area. These are some of the players that I've got. You know, this is what I'm looking for. Hit me up if you're interested in doing some actual fair deals, because yeah, you could go to Pavel and I could send him that Joe Newell super rare, but he's probably valuing him at like 0.04 or something fucking stupid. And then I'm just burning myself. So I think it makes sense. The other thing that I can do is as well to just get some like ETH is to sell some random people in here. I mean, I know that they're literally nothing now, but ETH is ETH, right? So you can sell all of those. Ricky's done a decent job for me. 2 thresholds back to back, a tier 3 and a tier 4. He could go now, and he's well worth what I paid for him. Mertens comes in. He's done all right, actually. He got a nice little fixture this weekend. Proper could go, yeah, and just go for that way. Will you buy Europe too? At the moment, probably not, because I enjoy the MLS, mate. I fucking love the MLS for some reason. So I'll probably go there and play all through the summer and stuff, and then you've got like 9-10 months worth of utility out of those guys. Um, I've already got 2 good goalkeepers from Europe. I've got a couple of good defenders. To buy somebody now or in 2 or 3 weeks' time to just literally have like 2 months of them, and then without them for 3.5 months. I think that it's just better if I go all in on the summer, and then and go from there. So yeah, yeah. Why has nobody bought my players yet though? Please. Why haven't I had any fucking offers? Please tell me. Tell me why. Fell in love with the MLS whilst waiting for the European season. Such a fun league. It is. It is. I love it. Do you know what? I actually prefer it to the Premier League sometimes, which is mental. I'm tempted with some Seattle Super Rare. Christian JP. That Yamar Super Rare is fucking cheap, you know? That is cheap. I reckon if I probably had the Fry Super Rare, I would probably get the Yamar Super Rare. I don't know what I'll do, but I like that Yamar Super Rare. It's like 0.13 or whatever it is, which is a little bit madness. So right, I'm selling all my Super Rares and I'm going rare then, am I? He sold. All right. Okay. I thought it was... who bought him, by the way? I thought he was too cheap. I do think he was too cheap. Let me just wait for this to load just to see if anyone come in. I'll tell you who's another one, and I'm sure that this is going to be him. Tony Alderweireld is another guy that I'm looking at as a defender. Now, that just goes against what I was just saying about buying Europe, but... Okay, for 0.1135. He must have... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he's great, Toby. Bit biased being an ex-Spurs fan. Not an ex-Spurs fan. Being an ex-Spurs player and as a Spurs fan. Yeah. Sario's a rare still makes sense, though, I think, to me. Picking up that Insigne one, that just seems like a straightforward stack, so maybe I'll do that. Did I send an offer for that Kai Wagner? Maybe I'll just fucking send one to that second guy. If that's what I'm doing, I'm pretty set on him, on getting him in. Last one was 0.118. I'll just see where this goes, boys, and then I'm probably going to call it a day after that. I've been on here for about 2 hours. Didn't really plan on doing that. He's blocked my offers. Fucking hell, when did you block my offers, you cheeky fucker? What's his gallery saying? He's blocked my offers. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Well, your gallery shit, so fuck off. Exposed. I know. I to be honest, I never really send low ball. I don't know why he's blocked me. Maybe he just hates me. I never really send like proper shit offers. I mean, the last sale price was 0.118 for Kai Wagner, and I've gone in at 0.105. Parrot press undercut rat confirmed. What level is he? Level 13. What level was he? Level 7. Let's try blues. I bet he tries to... I'll go in 0.11 for him then. Literally, this. What is it? Yeah, just a touch less than last sale. He's going to come back at like point fucking 4 or something. More than these guys' floors. Level 6. The other thing I'll do, I'll see if he comes back. But the other thing I'll do is I'll just message a few people on Discord and whatnot anyway. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I really wasn't planning on doing that. I mean, I can always change my mind, right? I just take them off, but I think it does make sense. It was in the back of my mind, but I just, because I've progressed, I just wanted to carry on, you know? Um, yeah, I just wanted to carry on. So, anyway, boys, I'm gonna love you and leave you, as they say, the day before Valentine's Day. Not that I'm doing anything. Not that I'm fucking doing anything. I'll just do the whole the same routine. Kids, bath, fucking cook dinner, just go to bed. That's how interesting things are. And think about Sorare. Have the laptop out. Probably start sending shit offers to everyone and getting blocked. But anyway, yeah, boys, appreciate it. Probably a video out, hopefully in the next, the end of this week, depending on what offers come in. Appreciate you all being here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button as well. And have a good evening. Have a good Valentine's Day. And I'll speak to you guys soon. See you later.